It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado.
But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Quickly to the air is Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Wilson on first down.
They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
There's the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
After the interception, here's Jackson on the move to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
This will be caught. Jeudy.
Called out a very strong gain of 24.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
With the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Baron Browning able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Caden Stones. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They have things going their way.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Go 14.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
From the gun, Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Javonte Williams.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Marr on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
scoring the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throws on target to Duvernay. Room past the 35, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's taken in by Duvernay. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Room here to run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush. So,
touchdown! J.K. Dobbins as the 1st half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. To throw is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. Able to locate Andrews Chargers here on the out route.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that look.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Off to the races.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Williams again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Williams.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, obviously you can take the field goal here and tie it, or you can be gutsy. What are you doing?
Oh, man, come on. Let's be gutsy. Let's go get it, because to me, after this drive in this spot, a field goal feed.
And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Broncos have retaken a third quarter lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Down the right sideline, finding room at midfield.
And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Play action. It's Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Up the middle, it's Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
17.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after.
Here's Jackson.
This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now.
On target to his man, Likely. Look at the big fella go.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
60 yards.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. It's Wilson.
And this one complete again to Mims. He's into space past the 25.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They give it to Williams, running right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
We just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand.
And Williams is in.
Touchdown, Broncos. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But just had 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught one as well.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Here's 2nd down. Jackson to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Throwing, Jackson.
And that's incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Wilson wants to throw it.
That caught by Manhurts. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.